team-up episodes can end up being either a morphenomenal success or a super mega fail. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best and worst Power Rangers crossover episodes. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be doing something a little different. We'll be alternating between 5 of the best and 5 of the worst Power Rangers team-up episodes, based on the writing, execution, and how they represented the teams. Fair warning, if you haven't seen any of these crossovers, there will be spoilers.
Status, TJ. Looking good, Andros. All systems go.
Number 5, worst, Time for Lightspeed, Power Rangers Time Force.
And who are you?
Carter Grayson, Lightspeed Rescue, Red Ranger.
Vipra, the princess of demons and bland acting,
Curses.
is back from the dead and enlists Ranzik's help to raise a powerful super demon to combat the Rangers. Thankfully, the Time Force Rangers get some unexpected help from some new friends, the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers.
Show them what demon power can do.
Honestly, this crossover would have worked better as a two-parter instead of a single episode, because everything felt incredibly rushed. We have no explanation as to how Vipra returned, and the big bad super demon is just another generic monster of the week that gets easily beaten. That being said, it was awesome seeing all 12 Rangers fighting side by side. The symbolic uniform exchange at the end was also a nice touch.
This is excellent.
Try it out.
Number 5, best, always a chance, Power Rangers in space.
Need a hand? Thanks. Good to see you, man.
After an accident during a monster attack, Carlos loses his confidence in his Ranger abilities. Adam, his Ranger predecessor, tries to train him, but to no avail. Later, when Carlos is under attack, Adam whips out his old, broken morpher and morphs into the Black Mighty Morphin Ranger. He was warned that using the battered device was risky, but he's more than willing to chance it, which inspires Carlos to get back into the fight.
Adam, go! It's morphin' time! Go!
Adam, don't do it!
Seeing Adam back in black is plenty awesome, but what really drives this crossover home is the message. Sometimes, no matter the risk, you just need to take a chance and do the right thing.
Adam, that was close. You okay, buddy? Yeah.
Number 4, worst, Once a Ranger, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive.
I'm Strax, son of Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed.
When Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa's son, just go with it, unite the Overdrive villains to disable the Rangers' powers, 5 veteran Rangers are called in to take the fallen team's place. While the veterans are a breath of fresh air, the Overdrive Rangers are at their worst. They just throw in the towel as their actions apparently amount to nothing without their powers.
We've decided to leave Operation Overdrive.
They do come back eventually and destroy a monster in the most overpowered way possible before finally fighting alongside the veterans in the final brawl. Ultimately, this 15th anniversary team-up only helped establish an infamous season's reputation by failing to highlight the best of both teams equally.
I took your powers away!
That's what you thought! But once a Ranger,
Always a Ranger!
Number 4, best, Thunderstorm, Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Evil Power Rangers? How's that even possible?
I thought we were the only ones left.
So did we.
Lothar escapes the abyss of evil and hypnotizes the 3 Wind Ninja Rangers into serving him. This catches Mesogog's attention, and the 2 baddies form an unstable alliance while the Wind and Dino Rangers clash.
You must be lost, because I know we didn't invite you.
Maybe you forgot. You're supposed to beat the bad guys, not be the bad guys.
The whole concept is excellently done, not only serving as an epilogue for Ninja Storm, but also pitting 2 Ranger teams against each other, the veterans overpowering the inexperienced rookies. Fortunately, Lothar's spell is broken, and all 11 Rangers band together to drive back the unholy Allied forces.
Ranger power!
In the end, the Dino Rangers bid the ninjas goodbye, promising to continue their work as Rangers. Meanwhile, Mesogog disposes of the fallen Lothar permanently.
Say goodbye, Lothar. And this time, mean it.
Number 3, worst, Clash of the Red Rangers, Power Rangers Samurai.
Why, hello there!
Another Ranger.
An evil robot escapes from Corinth into our dimension to make a deal with the Nihilocks. Scott, the Red RPM Ranger, chases after him and ends up butting heads with Jaden and the Samurai Rangers. This movie could have been something intriguing with a conflict between Ranger teams of different worldviews, but the special suffered from a plethora of production issues.
In my dimension, We've been forced to live in a domed city.
The most glaring problem was how Scott is the only returning RPM Ranger, and how he's only been morphed due to contractual issues with his actor. He could only provide voice work under a pseudonym. Additionally, the episode aired too early, spoiling elements of Super Samurai and making it feel even lazier.
This is sweet!
Number 3, Best, Reinforcements from the Future. Power Rangers Wild Force.
Be careful, guys. We don't know what these mute orgs are capable of.
Mutants, orgs, they're going down just the same.
3 mutant org hybrids named Mute Orgs have escaped to the year 2002 to destroy the future. And even the combined forces of Wes, Eric, and the Wild Force Rangers aren't enough to take them down. Fortunately, help arrives in the form of a badass Jen, the other Time Force Rangers, and a reformed Ranzik, who finally makes peace with his old foes. After weakening the monsters, all 12 Rangers unite to defeat them in one of the most well-choreographed battles ever. Along with being the perfect redemption to one of the series' best villains, this crossover successfully advances both season stories and characters, creating a natural bond between both parties. Number 2, Worst, Shell-Shocked, Power Rangers in Space.
You want Rangers? You gotta go through turtles.
Mutants!
Well, at least you got that right.
The Power Rangers meeting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sounds like a dream come true, right? Even the concept doesn't sound too bad on paper. Astronema brainwashes the Turtles to turn on the Rangers and hijack the megaship. It could have been great, if it didn't involve the infamous live-action Ninja Turtles mess, The Next Mutation. Unfortunately, its reputation shows with hideous reptile designs, uninspired voiceover work, and horrendous writing and dialogue.
I hate to rain on your parade, but we only have 4 Rangers.
Not even the final brawl with both teams battling side by side could salvage this train wreck. Considering how critically acclaimed In Space was, crossing over with what's considered the worst Ninja Turtles series may not have been the smartest move. Number 2, Best, To the 10th Power and the Power of Pink, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. When the Psycho Rangers return yet again, it takes the combined efforts of both the Space and Galaxy Rangers to wipe them out. By fighting perfectly in sync with their respective colors, both heroic parties manage to obliterate their Psycho doppelgangers, except for Psycho Pink. Not only does she survive, but she also unleashes an unstoppable storm that threatens to destroy everything in sight. To silence the storm, Kendrix bravely charges in, perishing for her friends, both old and new, and her colony. This crossover left a monumental impression, starting with a fun union between 2 great teams and ending with one of the most heroic tragedies in the series.
It was an honor fighting with you guys.
No, Leo. The honor was all ours.
Number 1, Worst, Legendary Battle, Power Rangers Super Mega Force.
I knew it. I've dreamt about this.
This legendary event had been building up since Megaforce's beginning, Troy having unexplained recurring dreams about an ultimate battle with 2 decades worth of Rangers fighting together. When the big day arrived, it was a super mega letdown. In addition to being a year too late for the 20th anniversary, only a small handful of veteran actors returned, and they barely got to do or say anything. The titular battle itself is extremely underwhelming, with nothing but poorly edited stock footage, unnecessary commentary, and some of the worst plot holes ever made.
Hello, old friend! Glad to be back.
Fans trudged through 2 lackluster seasons for this moment, only to be severely disappointed.
It's time for us to leave. We'll always be with you.
Number 1, Best, Forever Red, Power Rangers Wild Force.
We finally found it. Cogs, keep digging.
Taking the number 1 spot is the all-star reunion of the most iconic Ranger color. The last remnants of the Machine Empire are planning to avenge their fallen kingdom with a blast from the past, and the only ones that can stop them are 10 Red Rangers from the first 10 seasons. This crossover has it all: a decade of Rangers getting back in their prime, 2 epic fights both morphed and unmorphed, and plenty of continuity nods to the last 10 years. The special could have been longer, or featured a less absurd resolution. But these are small qualms with what felt like a true 10th anniversary love letter to devoted Ranger fans everywhere.
I guess it's time to say goodbye again. May the power protect you all.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.